Arsenal get their revenge on the Blues, or will Chelsea end the decade with a win over the Gunners? Watch until the end of this preview to hear all of my thoughts on tomorrow's match. Hello people, welcome to my channel, welcome to another video. This is my Arsenal vs Chelsea preview for the game which will be taking place tomorrow afternoon at the Emirates Stadium in the Premier League with kickoff at 2 PM UK time. So what I'm going to do for you guys in terms of this preview is that firstly, I'll be giving you guys the team news concerning both sides, and as always with these previews, I'll be starting off with the team news concerning the home side, and in the case of tomorrow's match, the home side will be Arsenal. I'll then be giving you guys my lineup based on the team news in which I'm going to give you. I'll also be giving you guys my 4 things in which I believe the Chelsea first team need to do against Arsenal tomorrow afternoon. And lastly, I'll be giving you guys my score prediction along with Charlie Nicholas' score prediction and some of Google's probabilities. So without further ado, let's get straight into this preview. So kicking things off with the Arsenal team news, there are 2 stories concerning the Arsenal first team, and the first one concerns Callum Chambers, and this story explains that Callum Chambers is available for Arsenal after serving a 1-match suspension. So that is the first story concerning the Arsenal first team for you guys. The second story concerning the Arsenal first team is to do with Gabriel Martinelli, Rob Holding, Said Kolasinac and Kieran Tierney, and this story explains that Gabriel Martinelli will be assessed on the hamstring injury in which kept him out of the game at Dean Court, which was played a couple of days ago now, while Rob Holding, Said Kolasinac and Kieran Tierney are all absent and will not be available for a starting place in the Arsenal lineup in tomorrow's match against Chelsea. So that is it for the Arsenal team news. Now moving straight on to the Chelsea team news, there is also 2 stories concerning the Chelsea first team, and the first one concerns Marcos Alonso and Reece James, and this story explains that Marcos Alonso and Reece James will be given last-minute fitness tests ahead of the match against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. And the second story concerning the Chelsea first team concerns Mason Mount and Mateo Kovacic, and this story explains that both Mason Mount and Mateo Kovacic could be restored to the lineup, i.e. the starting lineup. So that is it for the team news concerning both Arsenal and Chelsea. Relatively short, not too much in the way of news concerning both sides, but yes, that is it for the team news concerning both Arsenal and Chelsea. Now for my lineup, and as always, starting off with the formation. Now I've actually chosen to go for a 3-4-3, and I know not many Chelsea fans out there would like the sound of that, but the main reason as to why I've gone with a 3-4-3 is because Arsenal mainly use a 4-2-3-1, and the 3-4-3 tends to work really well against that formation, i.e. against the 4-2-3-1 as shown against Tottenham Hotspur. But in terms of the personnel in which I've gone with for my lineup, I've gone with Kepa in goal, I've gone with a back 3 of Antonio Rudiger, Kurt Zouma and Fikayo Tomori. I've gone with a midfield 4 including the wing backs from right to left of Reece James, N'Golo Kante, Mateo Kovacic and Marcos Alonso, and I've gone with a front 3 from right to left of Mason Mount, Tammy Abraham and Christian Pulisic. So that is the lineup that I've gone with. I know some people may question the fact that I've gone with Marcos Alonso, but Marcos Alonso as a wing back is brilliant, one of the best in the league in my opinion, and he's always scoring against Arsenal, so I think he should play, and against Tottenham Hotspur he was excellent, so I think he should play. But yes, that is the lineup that I've gone with. Let me know what your lineups are in the comment section below, and as always I will do my very best to respond. But here's a graphic showing you guys the formation that I've gone with and the players that I've gone with for my lineup. Voila. Now for my 4 things in which I believe the Chelsea first team need to do against Arsenal tomorrow afternoon. The first thing in which I believe the Chelsea first team must do against Arsenal tomorrow afternoon is that we must stop their forwards from receiving the ball in dangerous positions, because if we do allow them to do so, then they've got the players in the forward positions to punish us. I mean, they've got Alexandre Lacazette, who scored against us before. They've got Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who hasn't scored against us in the Premier League before, but if we do allow him space and if we do allow him space, time, and opportunity, then he definitely will do so. They've got a whole host of players who can score against us and have scored against us in previous games. So yes, we cannot allow them to do so. And on top of that, we've done that in recent games, and we've paid the ultimate price for doing so. But yes, that is the first thing in which I believe the Chelsea first team must do against Arsenal tomorrow afternoon. The second thing in which I believe the Chelsea first team must do against Arsenal tomorrow afternoon is that we must utilise the flanks, and that is the main reason as to why I put Reece James in the right wing back position, because Reece James's crossing ability is fantastic. Not only is his crossing ability fantastic, he's pacey, he's very strong, he's athletic, he's got a good shot on him as well. Defensively, he's good as well. Yes, he has been criticised for his for the fact that he leaves a bit too much space in behind him, but he has a lot of time to learn, so let's not get into that right now. But yes, I do firmly believe that we need to utilise the flanks against Arsenal tomorrow afternoon, and that is the second thing in which I believe the Chelsea first team must do against Arsenal tomorrow afternoon. The third thing in which we quite simply have to do against Arsenal tomorrow afternoon is that we must take long shots and be clinical. Yes, Arsenal may be sitting in 11th place in the Premier League table this season as of now, but they are still a dangerous side, and they have shown that in a few games this season so far. So we have to take long shots, because in our game against Southampton we weren't doing that, and it's very strange to see that without a player. It was very strange to see that when we weren't without our player who's gotten goals from outside the box, Mateo Kovacic, we didn't really take long shots against Southampton, and that was it wasn't what I expected from us in that game, to be honest. But yes, we have to take long shots and be clinical, because I'll say it again, it's not guaranteed that we're going to pass our way into the box and pass our way into the back of the net, because that rarely happens. But yes, that is the third thing in which I believe the Chelsea first team must do against Arsenal tomorrow afternoon. And the fourth and final thing in which we quite simply have to do as well against Arsenal tomorrow afternoon is that we must press the ball and move it quickly in order to decrease the amount of time in which Arsenal may have to get back into their shape, into their defensive shape, that is. Or in other words, hit them on dangerous counter-attacks. Against Tottenham Hotspur, we were brilliant on the counter-attack. We got 2 brilliant goals. Yes, one of them came from the penalty spot, but if you look at the ball over the top, which was aimed at Marcos Alonso, got there in the end. You can call that a counter-attack. So yes, we got the 2 goals from the counter-attack, and the first one came from a corner, which I can't remember who won, but it was a brilliant goal. So if we, and that's another thing that proves my point on the utilising flanks. The utilising flanks point, I can barely even speak, I'm that nervous. But yes, against Tottenham Hotspur, our first goal came from a wide position, so if we do the same or do something similar, who knows. But yes, those are the 4 things in which I believe the Chelsea first team must do against Arsenal tomorrow afternoon. Let me know what your 4 things are in the comment section below, and as always guys, I'll do my very best to respond. Now getting straight into the last section of this preview, which is of course the predictions section. And starting off with Charlie Nicholas's score prediction, he has gone with a 3-2 Arsenal win. And the reason why he has done so is because he believes that Chelsea is still up and down, with significant class and real quality. I touched on it last week, but Willian has been class this season. He was left out, and they lose at home to Southampton. They are in a better shape. They are in a better shape organisationally. The movement of Willian, Mason Mount, Tammy Abraham, and Christian Pulisic will cause problems. They have nice pace and nice balance, while Jorginho and N'Golo Kante have been good when they have time on the ball. What changes do Chelsea have to make? They are very limited to the changes they can make. The 3 at the back worked at Tottenham, but it didn't work at Southampton. There are too many mistakes within the defence, but let's switch it back to Arsenal. Sorry for stammering there. But yes, Granit Xhaka may be off, so he picked what he thought was the best balance in midfield. They're talking about Mikel Arteta. As much as I like what Matteo Guendouzi has, he has been poor and struggled at times, but he will come good and may come back into the fold at some point. I really cannot speak right now. You see that he had to play Bukayo Saka at left back, but he has done very well considering he is an attacker. Alexandre Lacazette is back in the team. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is scoring, but Lacazette was sluggish. He needed that game. Mesut Ozil was subbed, but he wasn't finding the space, so you can see why. I enjoyed the desire and the bit of fight from the Arsenal team we saw at Bournemouth, or I saw at Bournemouth. Give me a second. This should lift the big players. He could make a few changes, but my heart is ruling my head here. I do apologise for that, for the way I read that. That was poorly read, I have to say. But yes, that is the reason why Charlie Nicholas has gone with a 3-2 Arsenal win. Now moving straight on to Google's probabilities, and might I say it, that these are Google's probabilities at the time of recording, so they are of course bound to change. But they have gone with a 33% chance of an Arsenal victory, a 26% chance of a draw, and a 41% chance of a Chelsea victory, which can be seen as strange, could be seen as harsh towards Arsenal. But Google do clearly believe that Chelsea are the favourites for tomorrow's match. And might I say again that these are Google's probabilities at the time of recording, so they are of course bound to change, and they will change. But now for my score prediction, and to conclude this preview by doing so, I've actually gone with a 2-2 draw. Honestly, like I said in my Southampton review, or my review of the game against Southampton, I think it's a must-win for both sides, because of course Arsenal will want to get closer to the top 4, and we will want to get a firmer grip of our position in the top 4, because we are only Tottenham are only, I think the team in 5th place are only 3 points behind us. I don't know what the table is looking like now, because obviously the next round of Premier League games, or the current round of Premier League games, has just started. But yes, I've gone with a 2-2 draw. I'm never confident for the big games, but hopefully we get the win. I can see us getting a win. I can see us beating Arsenal, but it's just a question of us actually beating Arsenal. We do have the players to do so, but we'll just have to see. That's all I can say on it. That's all I am going to say on it, because I want us to do the talking on the pitch. But yes, that is it for this preview. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment and subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I'll see you all very soon for some more videos. Come on you Blues, come on Frank Lampard. Please end the decade by beating the Gunners on their own turf, and peace. I'll see you all very soon.